concept of crunch is not a new one, especially in regards to the development process in the gaming industry. It is a topic that draws a passionate response from gamers and developers alike. The response to crunch is generally mixed, with some praising the concept and stating it as necessary, and others condemning the practice completely. In the latest about crunch culture, we look to Jason Schreier of Bloomberg.com. Schreier has been an outspoken advocate for developers and has made his feelings about crunch clear for years, with notable pieces on crunch culture at Naughty Dog, Rockstar, and CD Projekt Red. Today's article is a follow-up piece that he wrote about CD Projekt Red a year ago. The article goes as follows. Polish video game developer CD Projekt Red told employees on Monday that 6-day work weeks will be mandatory leading up to the November release of the highly anticipated Cyberpunk 2077, reneging on an earlier promise to not force overtime on the project. CD Projekt Red co-chief executive officer Marcin Iwinski last year told gaming website Kotaku that the company would be avoiding mandatory crunch and was committed to allowing employees to work without overtime. But an account from a CD Projekt Red employee recently, as well as an email to staff earlier this week, indicates that the company has not lived up to its word. The employee, who asked not to be named discussing private information, said some staff had already been putting in nights and weekends for more than a year. CD Projekt studio head Adam Badowski stated in the email that the overtime was to fix bugs and glitches. Thankfully, the extra work will be paid as required by Polish labor laws. Many other video game studios do not pay for overtime. Badowski seems to be aware of the, let's say, negative backlash that they are bound to receive due to them reneging on their words, so to speak. He even stated that he takes it upon himself to receive the full backlash for the decision. He also said, I know this is in direct opposition to what we said about crunch. It is also in direct opposition to what I personally grew to believe a while back, that crunch should never be the answer, but we've extended all other possible means of navigating the situation. Now, this is a topic that we've discussed many times on my channel, ad nauseum perhaps. Here's a clip detailing one of those times, where some interesting information regarding crunch culture is revealed.
And all those concepts will get written into like a storyboard, and then every division will be assigned something to do. So there'll be, you're working on this stage of the game, you're working on this stage of the game, you're working on this stage of the game. You're all gonna make character models. Then all that stuff in the middle is just putting those things into the storyboard. The director will say, okay, we need this here, this here, this here, blah, blah, blah. At the end, once you get everything in line and you start the polish and you have a date or you have an estimated window, it's not a date, you have an estimated window, and you're starting to get things running, that's when the crunch starts. Because now you get put on the clock. Whenever that clock starts, that's when the crunch starts. So it all depends on whenever the publisher says, all right, cool, you got 18 months worth of funding left. Figure it out. And then you have to come up with a date. That's when the crunch starts. So it could be a year, it could be 6 months. It all depends on whenever the publisher says, hey, this is your date. Put this shit out.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we got actually Optimus Code to developer. I mean, Code, what is your opinion on?
Well, this stuff is not a matter of opinion; it's factual. And I don't know who Ghost is. Y'all just called him, but everything he said was correct. The developers in the beginning, they'll start on like different little prototypes, and it's gonna depend. Like, say if you're using your own engine that you're developing from scratch, then you'll have like your low-level code guys developing algorithms and trying to work with hardware. But if you're using something like Unity or Frostbite or Decima, then a lot of that work is done for you. So you're working on gameplay mechanics and that type of stuff. But everything he said was spot on. And it just sort of depends on what your target is and how much left is work. The first thing that they do though, before they start crunching, the first thing they do is start trying to remove features or content, or they'll remove a level or whatever it is. But the first thing they'll do is try to make the game smaller. And then, but there's only so much that they can take away and still have a valid game. And then after that, it's exactly what he said, depending on time, resources, what's available, you will have to start asking more of your workers because you're up against a deadline.
clip is from my podcast, Scumcast, which is every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, where we discuss a myriad of issues. Overall, my opinion on the matter is, crunch is not a good thing. It's not good for employees' physical health or their mental health. I understand that a lot of people crunch at their jobs. You know, people do what they have to do in order to take care of the family, take care of themselves. I get it, yeah. I'm just saying extreme long-term crunch can have negative effects on the body, man. It is what it is. If y'all want to look into this yourself, I leave a link to every article that was mentioned in the description box below. Really interested to hear what you guys think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace!